I don't know. I don't see it
I
yet.
don't see a button that says, there we go. I think we're live now. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Draw or Die podcast. I'm your host, DJ. I'm here with Allie. We are we are the Draw or Die Club. Not all of us, but there's many of us in the Draw or Die Club. But this is episode number 13 of the Draw or Die podcast, where we talk about all things pertaining to um, artist life. Are the robots coming for your jobs? There's a lot of that. We're not doing an AI art update tonight. We're going to do, actually, we're going to do on tonight's show, we're going to do a social media strategy for artists and a content crash course to help you in your artist needs out there, whatever they might be, whether it's growing your channel, whatnot. We're going to dive really deep into that, try to bring you a lot of value with that conversation. And I think Alicia has a lot of ideas on that as well recently because she's been telling me, and I'm like, I got to listen to her because I'm like kind of all over the place. Um, Real quick before we get into tonight's episode, some plugs. The February drawing challenge is coming up. That is called 28. And that is, I will be drawing these prompts live. And I hope you draw along with me. Post on social media, as it says here, tag the Draw or Die Club. These are the week one? No. This is the first 7 days, 14 days of prompts. Duh. Okay. But I'm going to come online here on the YouTube channel at 8 p.m. live every night in February. And I'm going to draw each one of these prompts live. So you're welcome to come on here, draw live with me. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Where's the week 2? Do we have week 2 up?
That's week
Some
1
cool
and week
week
2.
1. All right.
And here's week 3 and week 4.
Yeah.
If you're drawing along, you'll want to post those on your social media channels. And you're going to hashtag Draw or Die Club.
Yeah. Do you remember which one is my favorite one?
Of course, it's Funky Wood Animal King.
It's Funky Wood Animal King by
I think that's everyone's favorite.
yeah. I'm still torn on what to draw for that one, but you're gonna have to tune in and see. So yes, please do the 28-day drawing challenge with us, and we might have some surprises. I mean, I just had a conversation with our good friends at Dango Products, the folks that make the cool wallet and stuff, and you know, might have some
They,
surprise
they said they
giveaways.
have, what they say they have coming out, some new pen
So they got some new
stuff.
pens and things. So I'm excited to see what they send along. So they actually said that, like, a couple of videos I made for them actually were pretty cool, and they're thinking like artists really like these drawing wallets and stuff. So cool. Let's see what they give us to give away. Thank you, Dango. And thanks again to Opus for the streaming software here tonight. So Opus is allowing us to check out this new streaming uh, magic. Is that what we're going to call it? Software magic? I don't know. The names are escaping right now. This is live, so we're not scripted. Um, so yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, you want to switch over to the screen share real quick? Just kind of doing some plugs here while we get people coming in. I see some people coming in here. Some of the upcoming episodes on the site, on the YouTube channel, actually. We're gonna do the future of comics. That's coming up real quick. That turned into like a manifesto accidentally. It's like it was a 30-minute video, and then I got it down to 20 minutes. It's very important to me, but yeah, the future of comics video is coming very soon. And here's a little sneak peek of maybe some art that's going to be in it. 1923 artist and 2023 artist. So there you go. We'll draw for food. And what else do we have here on the channel? I updated the pillars video because I wasn't doing a really good job of the thumbnails on the video. So this one's called Pillars of Purpose. You're going to want to watch this video if you haven't, especially for tonight's conversation about social media marketing for whoever you are out there and what your goals are. Here's a little quick look at that recipe that we talked about last week, the future of comics recipe, developing a 4-panel comic, documenting your process, live streaming, and I'm not done with this yet. But yeah, we're going to break this down in that video, and it's going to be awesome. So super excited about finishing up that editing on that video. It's taken a long time. It's been a really long week. I think that's
It's
it
been a
for the
long
plugs.
month.
It's been a long month. It has.
It has.
Jeez. It's like the longest January ever. And of course, before we get into this, again, I think everybody's kind of rolling in that's here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Magical, Virtual, Out of Time Art, Gary, Hero Hotel, our usual regulars that are watching us live on Thursday night. Thank you for being here. For those that are just watching this in replay or whatever, join the Draw or Die Club. We have motivational emails that come out every day and weekly. You can actually become a paid member and you get the daily drawing prompts. We're going to talk a little bit about that too, just in case you don't know what to draw every day. And that's kind of our motto: draw every day, even if it's drawing small. We want to encourage you to keep drawing. When your pencil's not moving, you're feeling stuck. I got some friends out there. I know you. I'm not going to say your names. Just saw you on socials talking about how you're feeling stuck and just feeling kind of miserable. We can fix that. We can fix that for you. So let's go. So let's get into tonight's topic. It is a social media strategy for artists. And if you're listening to this and you're like, you have specific questions, make sure you put them in the chat, and we'll get to the question and answer session and try to answer those questions for you or give you some advice. I mean, we might not be the best people to give you that advice, but I think we've got some years under our belts here with some stuff. Also, real quick, I'm going to show you how I became how I get paid by Instagram Reels with under 4,000 followers on my Instagram. So I'm going to show that in a little bit. That's called retention, Alicia. I'm trying to, the people that are watching this, we're only 7 minutes in. Hopefully they hang around and listen to what I'm about to say. So, right? Are you interested now? Do you want
Not
to
really,
know?
but
Yeah.
I have to stay. I'm like a hostage here. Like it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're my hostage. So yeah, social media for strategy for artists. We're going to get into this right now. The first thing I want to talk about, just real quick, and I'm going to reference this back, is working smarter, not harder. And that's the 80-20 rule. They call it the Pareto principle. I've got another drawing somewhere that like details it out for my day job. But that's kind of the idea that 80% of your growth or 80% of your artwork gives 20%. Well, let's just say 80% of your growth on social media comes from 20% of your posts. Okay. And it's kind of a rule in business and in life that 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. So that means if you're fat, like I am, I'm kind of a little chunky. It's probably because 80% of what I'm wanting to shed is coming from 20% of what I'm eating, and I can't give up sugar. I'm just really finding it hard to do that. I know that sounds, we're not going to get into a weight loss journey of DJ's life, but I just can't. I just can't drink my coffee without sugar. I just can't. Don't even get me started with the Splenda and all this other stuff that you could put in it. I just can't do it. It's my one vice, I guess. Anyways, yeah, 20% of the 80% of the reason that I'm a little overweight is because of 20% of whatever I'm putting in my body. So so let's keep that in mind. And I also think that you can break that down to anything in life. Of 100% of the roads that are in your town, you only drive on 20% of them, right? So they actually use this in business and corporations to kind of figure out what roads to maintain for potholes and like everybody uses the 80-20 rule to some extent for retention in your business and all this stuff that's boring to artists. I'm not going to talk about that right now. We'll get into that later. The first thing you want to do is define your WTF. Like what, the F, why the F, who the F, where the F, and when the F. So you got to ask yourself, if you're thinking and you're watching this and going, I want to grow my social, I want a social media strategy to grow my art. Why? Why is it that you want that? Is it for notoriety? Is it just to grow your business? Magical says try stevia, Alicia. So I'm not going to try. We'll get into that. Grow your followers, grow your sales, be internet famous. We've heard all of these things. I've heard all of these things. Um, and, I crossed out internet famous because that's not a good reason. Like, I want to be the next thing. Like, no. Just a reminder that ego is the enemy. You got to remove that from your life. I see you have a friend there, Alicia. She,
Yeah.
you know,
You know why?
why?
Because there's post-it notes on my desk.
Ah, a little behind the scenes, our cat loves post-it notes. She chases them, and we have to crinkle them up, and that's what she's demanding right now. We're sacrificing the post-it notes to the peach. So,
All right.
okay, that was a good interruption. So grow your followers, grow your sales, be internet famous. If you don't know who you are yet, and you're like, I don't know what's up, go watch that Pillars video, because that's something that I didn't make it up. I learned it a long time ago. I didn't even apply it. I knew about it. I didn't do it to myself only till recently, till like last year. I was like, I really needed to find my pillars. We've talked about that in the Draw or Die newsletter. Everybody that kind of knows me knows what my pillars are. And it really becomes kind of my guiding light. So, and we'll get into like the types of followers. So like right now I have a certain type of follower. I'm not looking to get 50,000 followers. I would rather have 10, 15, 100 artists that I'm reaching out to help um, find that traction and find that growth online. Help them grow their art, help them feel better. That's my main thing, is because a lot of artists are kind of feeling down when they're putting stuff out there and they're not getting any results, and they feel like no one cares. But you got to just erase that from your mind, because that's out of your control. You're in this weird thing that's being controlled by the algorithm. Don't worry about that. Just think about this. Think about who are you? Why are you? Right? I'm calling it what's your WTF? Good evening, Tom. It's always on. It's Tom time. About 12 minutes in, here comes Tom. Why did you cover your face? Okay. So you covered your face up with a skull hand. The cat is back for more post-it notes, guys. This is going to be
You
great.
can just ignore the cat. We don't need to talk about her every time she comes up here.
Yeah. So the what, why, who, where, when. Where are you going to post? What are you going to do? What are you going to say? Are you going to post a picture of your sandwich? Are you going to post a picture of like, if me and Alicia are at the karaoke night at Bud Murphy's last night, are we going to post that? No, I'm not going to post that. Like, it's not who I am. It's not aligning with my pillars, right? On those channels, I might have a famous, or I might have a side thing for some of those uh, life stuff, like a
Yeah,
side
I mean,
Facebook or something, right? Right.
if you're using Instagram, to stay connected with personal friends, there's no limit on how many Instagrams you can have.
Yeah.
So, maybe make yourself an Instagram business page, and don't post. I think you do post pictures of the cat, but
Well,
she's
yeah, and I've posted pictures of things around my office, I think, just for a little tidbit, but definitely not. It's not my whole feed is like sandwiches and coffees and whiskeys anymore. I used to do that. Brian says, find your tribe who loves you that create 1,000 true fans. So, dude, I got a whole thing over here I actually have a whole thing. I did a whole video at my day job about 1,000 true fans, actually. Let's find it. This is what a true fan is. We're just going to, this was not planned, but a real true fan, and how we define that is, it's someone that consumes all of your content, someone that hits that bell and they can't wait for more. They love talking about you and you can never have enough. Like I talk about Pearl Jam and Peter McKinnon and what I don't know. and they buy 80% of whatever you're offering. Not all the time, because you might have a higher ticket item or nobody wants your silly hats, DJ, you know. Um, but true fans become a sustainable creator career. So I actually help a lot of YouTubers um, figure that out because we've had, and this is really shocking when I say this. We've had over my day job, there are YouTubers out there with like 7 million subscribers who can't sell 7 t-shirts. No, no crap. And people go, what? They have fake followers? No, it's just that they don't know their pillars. They don't know what the heck they're doing.
Or, they're putting their own face on their t-shirt.
They're putting
I
their own, and like and I'm not gonna say, I can't say names or anything like that, but because I appreciate them all. But there's some guys that reach out to me for help, and they're like, DJ, I'm ready. Let's go. And I'm like, all right, dude. And we consult with them, and they're like, and I'm like, here's what to do. And they're like, I'm not doing that though. I just want to have my face on a t-shirt. And I'm like, oh, bro, like you're not getting it. You're not getting this. Um, yeah, it can be very frustrating. And I realize that as an artist too. I'm like, okay, I'm about to tell you some things. I'm about to go through a whole slew of things. Virtual SG says, I don't mean to sound pathetic. It just really is a difficult process. Well, that is what tonight is about. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do what I'm going to say.
but it's not going to happen overnight.
It's not.
I think that it would be disingenuous to say, you're going to do this and we're going to come back next Thursday and you're going to have your 500. You're not. You're not. I mean, you're going to pick them up slow. It's a marathon. I don't think it's a sprint.
Yeah. Adam wants a DJ Face t-shirt, so maybe we'll make that happen.
I can make that happen.
I think only one person, Adam, will be the only one to wear that.
I already know which face I want it to be.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right, Adam. I got you. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so that's the whole point of tonight's episode, is that I want to show you that it doesn't have to be hard. And like she said, you got to grow, you got to put the work in a little bit, but not too much work. It's actually not as hard as you think it might be. Even if your art isn't quite there yet, you're documenting your process. We're going to get into the next video, but you're documenting your process. You're showing your journey of where you are. And people really want to connect with that because they're on a journey themselves too. And they kind of like to see where you are. And you know what I'm talking about. You're watching people online right now. Maybe you're watching me and you're like, what's DJ's journey about? Like, but I definitely follow people where I'm like, cool, I'm watching this agency, or I'm watching, another artist like out there that's like, that should have work. There's a artist on our, I don't know if she's on the list, but Katie, she does brilliant Star Wars fan art. And I'm like, why isn't she drawing a Star Wars book? Like, she's amazing. Yeah, so let's get into the types of content. So remember, only a tiny piece of your process matters. 80-20, right? Only the 20% matters. We'll get into that in quite detail in a minute. Don't want to overwhelm everybody. And document your process. Those are the two main points there. But the types of content that you can do that I suggest that are pretty easy to do are drawing, of course. You're an artist, right? Talkie videos. I could just say, like, not too long talkie videos, but just like you're just saying something that's aligned with your pillars and you're speaking it, like when I'm talking about drawing every day or something like that, because I'm talking to artists. Story. So this could be your own story. This could be a comic. This could be just something like, I was walking today and I saw this da 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 ba 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 ba, and like a little plot path in your story. You can post that, or your take on a trend. And I know trends are very cringy. I don't want to do it. Alicia just told me, like, hey, do you want to dance on, like, let's do this thing. Like,
I
no,
was not serious.
I know you weren't.
But I do like the trends, just not
yeah.
we're not going to dance.
Yeah, I'm not going to dance. You'll never see me dancing. Very rarely. Very rarely. But those are the 4 types, and I'm going to show you, like, it doesn't take that long. I'm actually going to pull open an app, and we're going to do one live if I can do it, on this on this magical device. that's kind of the thing. We're going to review again here. Make sure you get your pillars. Watch that video for your pillars. Figure out your pillars. I saw that Virtual SG says you've been at this for over 5 years. You're probably doing something wrong, but I have a lot of fun posting and making jokes and such. That's fine. You're not doing anything wrong, number one. And if you've been at it for 5 years, it's just that you maybe haven't quite figured out your lane yet. And that's fine. You have time to do that. So, this process that I'm going to show you is how I got into the Reels bonus program where they're paying me now. Not much, by the way. We can get it. I'll tell you exactly how much I've made and how much they offer me. I just got into the Reels bonus program with under 4,000 followers on Instagram. I'm also in the paid, whatever it's called on TikTok, but that doesn't pay anything. Like if I showed you my earnings from that, and I've had a couple million views over there on TikTok, I got like 60 cents or something. It's just really ridiculous. But here's how we're gonna go through this process here real quick. The first thing that you're gonna do in this recipe, we'll call it. Hold on a sec, because I see I'm reading the comments too as I'm going, because I'm like, maybe I can answer these live. But we'll do a Q&A session at the end as well and try to go back through these. I think that'll be good. My art pieces take a while to do, and I feel like I don't post as much as some people. Maybe posting talky stuff would help with that. Maybe. But check this out. This is the trick. So you're going to schedule out one of those drawing sessions. So out of time art, if you're doing that, schedule a drawing session. And I'm going to say, I had this broken down into days, like Sunday, drawing session, couple hours. If you don't know what you're drawing, use the prompts at Draw or Die Co., the daily drawing prompts. But as you're doing your drawing process, you want to record the micro prompts. Don't overthink this. I made the same mistake where I'm like, I guess I need to put my camera up and record a 2-hour thing, and then I'm like, wow, this is like a 1,000 gigabyte file on my phone. I'm running out of space. Absolutely not. You as the artist know what is the cool thing about your art. People like to see everybody's the same. They like to see how eyes are drawn. People like to see you drawing hair. They like to see you drawing the little tiny details. So when you're drawing that thing, as you're drawing it, this is exactly what you're doing. You just have to be mindful of it when you're doing it. And I'm going to show you in a second exactly what I mean. It's going to be very meta, trust me. And record those micro parts, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if you're just going back over the little eye line or putting a little shade of color on there or something. And you're going to gather like 5 of those throughout your 2-hour session of drawing. You're going to say, oh, I'm doing that eye again. I got to go back and just go, now it's the inks of the eye. Now I'm zooming out a little bit. The transition stuff, that's just part of the art to it. You'll kind of get that down. You don't have to do any of the fancy stuff. There's some guys that like really kill it with their transitions, and I'm not one of those guys. Then use CapCut, and I'm going to demo this right now. I got to turn my iPad sideways to do this on the iPad. Boy, I hope this works, because I did not test this on the iPad, but I think it's going to work. And thank you again to Clueless Bushcraft, our friend Tom. When he was in visiting for my day job, he's one of the awesome TikTokers. He just got a silver play button on YouTube. Congratulations, Tom. Check him out also on YouTube here, Clueless Bushcraft. Not right now. Stay here, because it helps me with retention on this channel. But yeah, throw all of your videos in QuickCut. We're going to do, or CapCut. It's free to use. We're going to do that right now. I'm going to turn this around, and it's going to get a little weird for a minute. I'm going to open up CapCut. This is kind of what it looks like. I can't zoom, but this should be good enough, because we're going to make a reel really quick right here. Sean says, my 12-year-old taught me how to use CapCut. She's a pro, and even I was able to grasp the process. Right. So like here we are live, and I haven't even tried this on the iPad. I'm just going to hit new project. I'm going to grab this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's videos from my or from my album. I'm gonna hit add. Now we got a timeline here, and you can see that this timeline goes through all 4 clips. We're not going to worry about that. I'm going to delete the CapCut ad. Sorry, CapCut, you're not paying me for this video, so it's not a sponsored video. And I'm going to kind of go into, I'm going to slide this little slider. You can't see what my hand's doing, but I'm going to slide the slider to where it's just like kind of doing that little move, that little boop, boop, boop. I'm going to grab that, push this in. And I only want like one 1,000, wait, one 1,000, two 1,000, three 1,000, right? I'm going to split that. You can just go right in there and go click, split. I'm just going to delete the rest of this clip. Now we're on the second clip, so I'm going to go from that to, I'm going to try to catch it right when it's going like right there. That's a good one. So now we're going to go from this clip to that clip. Boom. Work smarter. 80-20 rules, right? I'm going to split that right there. I'm just going to take a look at the rest of the clip. I liked when my little line went like that, so I'm going to pull this in. Wait, whoop. Doing this live, guys, so I might mess this up. It's a little bit easier on the iPad, actually. A little trickier on your phone. My big thumbs. So now we got this transition. Right, 80-20 rules. And then what I want with this is I want to zoom way in and move it. So I'm just doing this pinch and zoom with my hands. Right there. Boom. Right, and I want to stop right when that pen goes to the edge. Boom. Split that there. I'm making a lot of sound effects when I do this. I sound like Todd McFarlane when he's like, boom, swish, smash.
You're not quite as animated, but
Okay.
you could get there if you really try.
Oh, yeah, I'm Todd McFarlane. I'm making a cap cut right now, guys. That's a good Todd McFarlane, actually. All right, so then I don't know what I did with this one, but I wanted to kind of zoom in on the. Oh, there we go. I just want to see what I did on this clip because I kind of. Oh, yeah, I did a couple things here. So I like the transition spots. So I'm gonna slide that to that. Boom. Right. Cut this. Split that. Pull this in. What? Pull this guy in a little bit because I want to jump to this, and I want to zoom in on that because I think I point out the what, why, when, who. What, why, who, where, when. Then I could stop that right there. Split that. All right, good. We're good. I'm going to focus in on that. There we go. I like that. Going to zoom in on that. I'm going to split this. Go whoosh. I'm Todd McFarlane. Ego is the enemy, guys. That doesn't sound like Todd McFarlane. Right. Can't do a Canadian. Ego is the enemy. Right. And then I don't know what else is in here. We'll scoot this in. So I like it when it's little swooshes. Like, look at how simple this is. It's just like me scribbling on an iPad, and it's going to become a reel that's going to get a couple thousand views. Put a couple dollars in my Reels account. All right. And then we got one more. I don't know what this one was. Only a tiny part of the piece matters. What did I do? I think this one might be scrapped. I might not. All right. I'm not going to worry about this one. I'm just going to delete this. It's not necessary. Delete what is unnecessary. If I can find the delete button, where is it? Oh, darn. Delete. Okay. So now I've got a 12-second thing here, right? Boom. That. Swish. Boom. Bop, 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 bop. Go watch my builder video. All right, cool. So that's that. And then I'm going to, whoops, just turn my thing off here. Uh-oh, everyone's going to see my passcode. It's 7788. Okay. You hit this little button here. It exports. Yeah, wham, biz, zing, kapow. And now it's ready to share. Now that went to my camera roll. So if I was on my phone, right, do that. I really don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. Oh, maybe. Allow your Instagram to access. Yeah, okay. You can have my entire life. All right. So I think this is my new one. Yeah. And I don't know if I have sound on this guy. Let's see. I'm holding an iPad, guys. I'm taking it out of its beautiful Sketchpad Pro. Turn this up a little bit. It's a little small to see on the screen here, but I'm just showing you how easy this is to do. So I'm going to hit next. I don't think it's going to let me put the sounds in here, but let's just go. Yeah, it's not letting me hear the audio, but that's okay because I actually have some saved audio in this little save tab. And a trick about the audio is, it's a little hard to see in this video, but I'm not going to schedule this one right now. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you guys in this view because I recorded a video, and I think maybe Sean's video's in this too. This is a Reels. I could zoom in on this guy, right? I was flipping through my reels and I'm listening to the sounds. So there's like some different, nice just instrumentals. You've seen these guys. This is what my feed looks like, which is pretty nice because I mostly have artists because I've trained the algorithm to only show me art. So I know when I get on my reels, it's not going to be like, sometimes it's ladies dancing around, to be honest. But most of the time it's like cool art stuff because that's what I'm liking. So it's always things like this. You guys have seen this one a million times. Now, I clicked the little music icon in the bottom because I'm going to try and pause this here. God dang it. All right. When it has an arrow that looks like that next to the sound at the very bottom, that means that it's a trending audio. And if you use that audio within a couple days of it trending, it's a better chance of you getting picked up into someone else's feed, into another artist's feed like me, because I'm not following these people. And you can just hit this guy to bookmark that sound. Uh-oh. I think my iPad just froze.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
I'm going too fast. I'm going to...
We need one of those technical difficulty screens with the bullseye and
Wait.
the...
It can see me. What's going on? I'm going to just X that out for a minute. I was going too fast. I maxed this out. I broke Opus, I think. Uh-oh. Okay,
Wait,
bear with me a second.
here.
I'm going to go ahead and unshare that. I'm going to reshare my Apple TV. Okay. Cancel. Can you get in here again? Nope. I'm going to relaunch my... That's something else I could show us how I'm feeding my QuickTime. My iPad's connected to the computer right now. And when it's done with that, I can go hit new movie recording. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of narrating what I'm doing. Oh, no. I broke it.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I just totally broke the iPad. All right, I'm going to close that down. We'll get there. Anyways, pause this for a moment. Let's have some Q&A, or maybe go to the emoji rain screen while we're having
Emoji
technical
rain
difficulty.
screen.
Yeah, do that. Everybody, this means if you put an emoji in right now, it'll fall on our heads while I'm figuring this out.
Yeah, most of them work. The skulls definitely work.
Skulls work.
And the smileys.
You gotta put emojis in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while
There
you
they
guys are doing
go.
that, I'm gonna fix this real quick, and we'll get right back to this. All right. Okay. I hope I don't break the whole thing though. I was moving too fast for...
That's okay.
All right, we got some...
You're just so excited to show them
I know.
how to make their little videos.
There's some bags of money falling. I gotta watch what I'm doing here now.
Oh, we didn't have money last time.
I know. Okay.
We also have this uh, fun meme generator. So he said money.
Shoot.
So
I'm having technical difficulties with my iPad. This totally ruins my. Don't worry, I'll be back. We'll get it. I'm just gonna reset the iPad right now. That's what we're doing. Maybe look through some of the any questions in there about the social stuff. Now I got to go back through all these emojis. Wait for the iPad to come back. So it wasn't Opus and it wasn't the computer. I think it was the iPad itself. It was like, hey man, you're moving too fast. Right. Oh, we're coming back. It's coming. Please stand by. We do need one of those now, Tom.
So
Okay.
I know what we could do.
What?
While we wait. I could get everyone's feedback on the new shirt that I just designed while you were talking. Are you ready for this? I don't know how to share my screen. Can I share my screen? Let's see. I need to figure out. There we go. Share. Window. All right. So what's everybody think? You want a picture of DJ on your t-shirt? Oh, no, I can't hear you. What's going on?
Hello.
There you are. You're back.
All right.
What are you doing in there?
Listen, I messed up the iPad really bad, but it's back. It's back now. So I can share my screen. And I'm not gonna use that video feature. You guys are just gonna have to trust me what I'm saying. We're gonna draw it out. I think I maxed out the 4K video while that was going on. All right, great. So what I was saying was, when you see an audio that has an up compared to a music symbol, that means it's trending, and you just want to use that inside of your and save those. You want to save the trending music. All right, we're back on track now. All right, great. Please don't sell that T-shirt with my face.
It's so good though. It's perfect. It's just right above that logo.
Where did you even? Is that in the brand folder or something?
Listen,
there's
it
like
took
an
me all
icon
that
of
time
me.
to find it. I've been designing that T-shirt since it came up earlier.
Weird. Yeah. So save that trending music. I kind of go through a couple like channels that aren't really my that aren't my vibe really, like maybe makeup videos and stuff like that. There's some other types of videos that have cool. They already find the cool sounds, and they can just be cool little lo-fi beats or something like that are trending. It doesn't have to be like super hip songs. And then inside, I'm really leery to kind of go into the other app because I don't want to break my iPad again. You can bank your drafts, meaning that you can just like put that thing from CapCut inside of your Instagram and save it as a draft. That's the point. You can make like 5 or 6 of them ahead of time. Also on YouTube Shorts, you can just schedule them in advance. Also, TikTok desktop, you can do that too. But I kind of feel like for artists, the place that you should be is YouTube, if you can do it. And we'll talk about that in the future. But Instagram, TikTok for sure. What's going on? All right, there we go.
I'm just changing the layout.
All right. And do hashtags matter? That's a question I get all the time. And I thought so. I've had hashtag strategies for quite a while. But really, when you see other artists take a look at their posts and go, what hashtags are they using? Some people aren't using hashtags at all. So it's really changed over the years. So it kind of matters, but you don't want to use them all the time. You want to let the algorithms do their work. So if Warrior Candy here was watching other artists, they're going to be like, oh, this guy, other artists like this thing. They know you're an artist. They know what you're looking at. So they serve you more of that. So they're going to be like, oh, let's try this out and serve this out. That's how the algorithm works. It's not, there's no tricks to it really. It's
But
always
are hashtags ever going to hurt? Because I think I don't know. I mean, I know a couple things took off that you didn't have any hashtags on, but
right.
if you're not really getting traction, I think you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, David Bleacher says hashtags work on their own, but they work best if the platform is pushing a particular hashtag. That could be true. Like if you see that like TikTok did that a while. I know that's where David was talking about too, I think. Um but I've heard a lot of things, like I think a lot of the experts out there are all just kind of trying to figure it out. And the companies change. They'll never really tell you exactly how it's working. But it is working almost exactly how I just said. It's testing and it's serving constantly to see how you're going to react. Did you pause for 2 seconds on that? That's how that really works. So yeah, if you've tagged something artist on Instagram, if you tag something artist on Instagram, you're probably going to get 5 replies that say, "Post your art on wallyworld.com." Like it's some kind of like buy traffic scam. And that's why the algorithms change. That's why the companies changed, because they knew that there's a lot of spam out there for these things, and there's people just trying to like hack the algorithm, and they don't want you to do that. They want to have authentic experiences in these platforms. So yeah, once a day is probably a good start, and you can do that with what I just said by doing a drawing session, filming just the key parts like the eyeballs, whatever. Um, take a look at some of my reels, even. Um, just something that's interesting to look at. What's next? You want to see like what is he drawing right there? Like what is that thing? Um, a lot of the ones that do well are of course like female faces and stuff like that. But a lot of the ones that are good for me are like the lettering ones I do. People like want to see like what word is he spelling out, and you stick around for a couple more seconds to watch. Um, so bake your drafts, supercharge your content plan. And this is exactly how I would say that I got on the radar of the Instagram Reels team or whatever, the whatever it's called, the bonus program. Popped up one day, and I'm like, "What the heck is this?" And this is what I did when I was first starting out with the Draw or Die Club. I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do breakfast, lunch, dinner, 7 a.m., 12 p.m., 7 p.m. I'm going to post 3 times a day," and I posted on Instagram, TikTok. That's it, right? I just posted on Instagram and TikTok. That's all
Yeah,
I was
and you're not posting pictures of your breakfast. You're posting your
doing.
regular content.
Yes, I'm posting what's in my pillars. Yes. Um, but I just called it breakfast, lunch, dinner because anyone would say like, "What's the perfect schedule of time?" And there isn't anymore. That's another thing. Don't even think like that. These are just getting you at bats, is what I call it. You're getting more content out there and you're getting more at bats. It doesn't get lost in the feed, because you'll even notice when you're on like YouTube and you're going through shorts, I'm getting served shorts from 2 weeks ago, because guess what? It's doing the thing that I'm saying. It's saying like, "Oh, this is actually trending pretty well with this segment of people. Let's show Alicia this old video," right? So you got to keep that in mind too. So like ones that come out where I say like there's a 28-day drawing challenge February. I don't know. It might go like, "Well, this is dated." Like they might actually hear that. The algorithm hears that this is something that can't be evergreen. So I noticed that whenever I do that, or I say things like .com or whatever, it knows, and it knows that you're trying to sell something. Link in bio, you can say those things, and it'll be like, "Oop, nope, we're not serving this," because they want you to stay on their platforms. They want you to stay in there. But this gives a signal that you're in their club, you're on their platform, and you're feeding that content monster. We'll talk. I should rewind a second about the content thing because it can kind of be gross to artists. Honestly, like content, you got to kind of figure out a way to separate the idea of your art versus content. Yes, a close up of an eyeball being drawn of a little piece of your process, it might feel like this is cheap, but it's those little tiny hits that only take you a couple seconds that will help you grow your art business. Were you gonna say
And
something?
then, well,
Yeah.
one of the things that you don't necessarily want to do, I think, because of what you just said, it feels gross. I believe that if you leverage the tactics that are being used in the videos that get served to you often, that's powerful because they're serving videos that use these methods because you see them. So I think a part 1 and a part 2. Um, a lot of times they'll serve me a part 2. I want to find the part 1. I go to that person's profile. So doing things in 2 parts, especially if you're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can make a 3-part story arc, create a little bit of suspense. Um, Maybe somebody wants to see it completed. Maybe, you start with the end and they want to see that picture once it comes together. I think that's a great tactic. The other thing is utilizing formats like when people are having conversations with themselves. I think people like that. So
Yeah.
I know it didn't feel the greatest to film it, but you did one of those this week, and I think it turned out really great. So yeah,
Yeah.
using those tactics, I think gives you an edge.
Yeah. Alicia made me do that. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, well, you should try it. What's it going to hurt? And I'm like, all right. It was a little cringy for me to do that, to film myself having a conversation with myself, but people liked it. So, I'm not going to make my whole feed about that, but it's an interesting way to do a question and answer, something like that. And it's the trend. It's like, do your take on a trend. That's kind of the idea there. Um, yeah, I'll probably do a couple more of those in some way, shape, or form. But this is what really did it, was supercharging breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And David mentioned, like, some of his posts, he would notice his second one got, um, it feels like the second one didn't go, or it was getting shelved. It can feel like that when you're watching it, but it could just be something else. It could just be the time of day. It could be whatever. It could be something that's going to take off, over on TikTok. And I can't pull it up right now because I'm going to break my iPad. But over on my TikTok, I will listen to my wife. She's smart, smart lady. Lucky to have her. Over on my TikTok, one day we were at a Comic Con, and I looked down at my phone and I'm like, what's going on? And it was a post from another, like, a week or two ago, and it's got 1 million views on TikTok after weeks later because it just hit something. It hit something that I could never guess. Some something it hit. Now I know that on TikTok it's been getting a lot of artists. I saw it, like, they were pushing artists over the holidays the one year, 2021. They were like, artists on Instagram. They got a bunch of people to come there. And then it was like flooded market. Yeah, there's too many things. Everybody copying the same thing. And of course they don't want their whole platform to be nothing but artists on there, right? So, and it's a mix. It's like, if you're an artist watching other artists, they know who you are. But if you're an artist watching the weird stuff that's on TikTok, they don't know what to serve you. They're just going to serve you random BS. So you might have gotten stuck in that weird algorithm, and you can correct it, but you got to be consistent and posting exactly your pillars. If you're posting your pillars, that's what's going to show up in your feed, and you're going to be more likely to show up in other people's feeds. And that works. That's how it works on all these platforms that are competing against each other. TikTok was a little bit more powerful, but now YouTube is doing a really excellent job of doing that. So my one note about this, about posting on these different platforms, because you can schedule your YouTube shorts. Um, I think YouTube Shorts is a really great place to be right now. Um, is not to just do what I do, because I'm making this mistake too. Is like, I've made a reel, I don't have much time, and I'm just going ahead and posting it on all three channels all at once. I should probably be a little bit more strategic and spread that out over across the things. I don't. No one knows for sure if they're watching anything or not, but there's been talk in the YouTube realm that if it has the TikTok logo bouncing around, it's not going to get served. But that's not true yet, because we see some shorts with the TikTok logo bouncing around that get jacked up. But it can start to feel like that, and we've heard that that's what's going to happen. I've heard it by good sources inside of the YouTube community that work at YouTube or work with the YouTube team that, yeah, of course, they don't want you to be putting the Instagram logo inside of they don't want to promote Instagram, who they're competing with, especially that's mainly TikTok versus YouTube. Really deep weeds stuff here, because I know that there's a lot of artists that all they want to do is just draw and have fun, and that's totally fine too. This is mainly for the people out there that say, I've been doing this for a while, I've been posting, I'm struggling, I'm not finding the right people. I feel you. I mean, I've been on Instagram forever now, and I'm still under 4,000 followers. And I noticed that that's okay with me, because I'm starting to level it out. There's people that unfollow me that were like, I don't know, like, where were people following me from, Alicia? Like, other parts of my life, like Aunt Susie and cousin Donna and stuff like that. Like, that's fine that they follow me, but it's like, I would rather be speaking to my audience. So you've got the cat now again. So it's great. She's usually on the back of my chair. I'm kind of jealous, actually. Um, but yeah, just keep that in mind. So, and if this is feeling weird and you're like, I don't want to do any of this stuff, but you got to ask yourself what you want. Why do you want to grow your art? Why do you want to have an audience? What is it about it? Is it an art business? Is it a hobby? Then don't care about any of this stuff. Just post what you want and have fun with it. I promised that I would talk about what I get paid from the Instagram Reels program. I'm gonna try. If I break my iPad again, this is it. End of show, guys. If this happens, but I'm gonna open this up and I'm just gonna show you with my limited what's going on my profile, professional dashboard. If it's really small, you can zoom in. Maybe, I don't know. Can you? I don't know. I'm gonna go down to my bonuses. What am I at? This month I'm at $80.86 for just the basic reels that I've put up right now. They're willing to pay me $1,200, guys, if I were to just like be this reels machine, and I just can't do it. I remember when we first got this, and Alicia was like, "Well, shoot, we'll just put up a ton of reels," and I'm like, "I just don't have time."
I
But
think
I'm
it
more than
was
happy.
the first week of December. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, quick math. How many do we need? And you were like, I don't know, like 17 a day. And I was like, we can do it. Like we cannot do
No, I
it.
don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I'm more than happy to make, like, it feels good. Like, I got a surprise payment the other day from the month before, and it was $99 came through, and I was like, oh, $99, like, shit, I was like, and this one's going to be over $80 because I still have 7 days left in this program, and it'll show you like which ones counted for your reels plays. I don't have a whole lot of views, but hey, it's an extra $100. I'll take it. We spent our $99 at the local karaoke night last night, having some pizza and some drinks and listening to some fantastic karaoke um, on just from posting the reels. So it's nice. Sean says I'd be okay with 4,000 followers. I just passed 100. So hey, like, I'm not at 4,000 followers. I'm under 4,000, and it's been really slow growth. But I think, oh, you know what? I'll show that again. Just by the little bit that I'm doing right now. Go back here. I don't pay attention to the numbers much, to be honest. I'm at 3686. So, I can't call myself an Instagram expert. But if you see my growth here, if I click this little guy, My accounts reached are really high there. I don't know if you can see that, but I have to zoom in on pinch and zoom on YouTube or something. My accounts engaged just from posting regularly, at least once a day. I see the cat's admiring the T-shirt behind you. That T-shirt is available at JarDie.co. JarDie.co. Yeah, I'm always up total followers, but you can see when I see my followers what I just said. Like if I click followers, there's a chart here that says like how many went away versus how many stayed. And sometimes I'll get curious and I'll be like, what happened on this day that 5 people unfollowed me? Like, what did I post that was like making them leave? But I don't care anymore. I don't care because I'm like, the right people are leaving and the right people are staying. And the algorithm is figuring that out too. Um, oh, man. Yeah. And this is another thing. You can never rely. He says, I was at 1,600 on Instagram, got hacked, and he had to start
Oh.
over to 350. That's another point is that you could not, this is all fun and well. You can't really rely on these platforms. They can be gone in the middle of the night. I've seen that a million times. Influencers get hacked and have to start over again or beg the places to reinstate their account.
I
Um,
follow a girl on TikTok right now, and they will not help her get her account back. If anybody messages you for your account password, or you click a link and you're not quite sure, don't log in. TikTok won't help you get your get your channel back.
no, no. Um, be prepared for that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I highly suggest having your own website if you can do it. For now, if you don't want to spend a lot of money as an artist, you can build some stuff out on some portfolios and things, but make sure you have a backup plan. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, TikTok, who knows, guys? We might wake up one morning and TikTok might just be straight up banned in the United States. I mean, it's in Congress or something right now, I've heard. So like I'm sure there'll be a lot of upset people that will have to move their dancing over to YouTube Shorts. YouTube will be very happy about that. Um, but yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But this doesn't have to be hard. This doesn't have to be hard. Follow these steps. Rewatch this video if you want to. Use CapCut. Um, bank your reels as much as possible. Do that in one day. We've talked about my schedule a little bit in the past on previous episodes. I'm not going to pull that up on perfect weeks because the last couple weeks have been crazy. But like my schedule just got blown up this past month with surprises. So, but I'm getting back to the idea of like, hey, Sunday's my writing day. Monday night's my recording night where I'm recording things. Tuesday's the editing day. I'm breaking it up so that I can still have time to draw comics and things. Because I got a lot of things like going on behind the scenes that I'm working on.
When you were most successful with getting your reels filmed, I feel like you were carving out like an hour in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Every
I think
morning,
that
or
was. Mhm.
yeah, I was doing the scribble challenges and stuff like that though, too. And I
It's
don't really,
still.
yeah. That's another thing. Like you might have seen the scribble challenges, but we're like, does the scribble challenge fall within who I'm trying to reach? Because I want to
Mhm.
talk to other artists, and we noticed that scribble challenge was just like a million people on TikTok going like, I see an elephant, and I'm like, well, this is cool. And if you let your ego get crazy, suddenly I'm like, hey, I want to be the draw or die. This is my mission. And then it's like scribble challenge. Maybe I go that way. I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
I definitely want to stay with talking to my people. My people are you guys.
In the
We,
nonprofit world, we'd call that mission drift.
wow.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
you chase the shiny things that get you the attention, but you're no longer fulfilling your mission, and we don't want that.
Do you mean to say that if I wanted to put a chicken coop out in the backyard right now, you would be
Oh
like, cool?
dear. I'm not talking about that.
So the inside joke. Um, yeah. We're about out of time, but this video that I'm editing right now is a doozy. It's the future of comics recipe video, or the future of comics, and this is the recipe. I'm just talking about it. And this is one of my passions, honestly, that 4-panel comic format. And I break down why that in this video like you wouldn't believe. We go all the way back to 1923 in that video. I show you why, what's up,
He
and what
actually
the
gets in a time machine and goes back
yeah,
to the
I figured
20s.
out how to do that.
Yeah.
Documenting your process live. We talked about this last week. I'm excited about this. This is the most exciting thing, but it's taking a long time. I could have cut corners to do this. But yeah, the recipe will be in there. The alchemy, comics alchemy. It's quite a doozy of a video. So keep an eye out for that. That's the future of comics. That'll be the next video. I think I'm gonna put it out probably Sunday. So make sure you're on the Draw or Die Co. Mailing list. I've been putting like the videos that I did for the week inside the Draw or Die weekly newsletter just for people that miss it. There's that one. What else we got? Again, the Pillars video. I made a new. I don't have I should have kept the old thumbnail, but it was like a guy collapsing in the snow, and it was like, "Don't give up."
It didn't make any
It didn't make
sense
any
at
sense.
all. Not
I don't know
even a
why
little
I did
bit.
it. I just don't know why I
I
did it
think
because
you're
it was
probably
like
really tired because you work really hard and you do about a bajillion things.
right. Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
Yeah, so like I changed the. I was like, I want to draw some of the channel. Well, most of my thumbnails I'd like to draw, and that's kind of like the spirit of like Eisner and like the Spirit, which is the comic The Spirit. Like he would draw his covers for his comics in an interesting way, and I was like, oh, I like that. I like that there can be a visual representation of what's in your video. So I mean that one's blow your mind, 29-cent art prints. Um, so I've got a lot of different ideas for those types of um, uh, things. Like I might do one on fan art, and we're going to reuse this one, like the pirate ship of the Comic Cons with the fan art wall as the sail. There's a lot of cool ideas that I have going on behind the scenes, but I am editing a 20-minute video right now on the future of comics, and then I'll probably start taking my own advice and doing that again on 6 days, right? 6 days until the 28th. So please,
What are
if
we
you're
drawing
watching,
on day one?
what are we drawing on day one? Oh, one of my favorite cartoonists, Chubblegum, at Chubblegum on TikTok, on Instagram. He's a sticker genius. Uh, it's a unicorn past its prime. Then we get into Groundhog Day again. Problem Child. A lot of these names might seem familiar because they were all picked by people of the people of the the people of the Draw or Die Club, the humans, not the robots, not the robots. Um, yeah, so these are some of the fun prompts you can do. And again, I'm not promising any prizes or anything like that, but I was talking to Dango yesterday, and they're sending me some stuff. So I might just, maybe we'll make some awards or something for the month. But I will be here every night at 8 p.m. on this here channel drawing that day's prompt, good or bad. And I don't know how
I,
long the streams will be. Could be bad, could be half hour, could be 10 minutes, whatever I'm feeling for the day.
I
Uh,
think it might be fun to send some stickers.
yeah, we got stickers to send
Yeah,
and stuff like
we could
that.
mail some sticker packs.
You know, yeah, we could do that. Maybe I'll draw up a special sticker or something for the
Gary
20.
wants to know if they can get a head start.
Yes. Yeah, the only
You got
rule is
6 days.
you got 6 days. Just bust it out, Gary. Just bank that. Like, wow, Gary, you're killing it. Um, I'm challenging myself to do it live because I don't have much time. So you're literally probably going to see me at 8 p.m. going like, woof, I've had a day. Now let's draw a unicorn. That's pretty much what it's going to be throughout February. But I'm going to try and do my best to show up every night. Hopefully we won't have windstorms and things like that. And I really hope to see a lot of you out there drawing, passing it around. Tell your people if you're talking to other artists about the challenge, and uh, it's again, it's just something to keep you going. Here it is, February. You maybe set some art goals. You've probably failed at them already. Um, uh, Here, listen. Gord says live stream. Do you do it with music on? or are you chatting away on the ether? How does one handle a live stream that is empty? Just have music going on. Yeah, with Opus right now, there's no music playing. With the StreamYard, there's some music playing in the background. So Opus is adding some music. So yeah, I might try to put some music on in the background, but I'm going to use Opus, I think, for the entire month. But yeah, you want to break it up with some music or something. But usually, me personally, I'm just going to talk out loud as I'm drawing. So if you watch my other deep work streams and stuff like that, I'm letting whatever, as I'm drawing it, whatever crazy thought is in my head. That's maybe I censor myself a little bit, um, but um, I just kind of talk out loud, and then I look over here at the comments and maybe just have a conversation while I'm drawing, just like we were hanging out. That's kind of how I do these streams. So, but yeah, Alicia does know that the silence bothers me when there's no music, just like a chill beat or something in the background, something, you know.
They say you have to worry about um, digital rights. If you have pop songs on in the background, they might not serve you. But
Yeah, yeah, you got to be
yeah.
careful with that, or they might
Hmm.
just like shut your stream off or something like that. TikTok gets away with it a lot. People on TikTok, but and by the way, you can do your live stream. We'll get into that. About we're gonna have a whole episode on live streaming and how to do your setups. Um, uh, we'll dive into that into a whole other episode, I think. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That's definitely a big one to kind of get through some setups. You don't need fancy equipment. You can do it with your cell phone. You can do it on a TikTok live or on an Instagram live, Twitter. You don't have to be here on YouTube. Um,
So we have 9 likes right now on the podcast. So if you're watching right now and you haven't hit that like button, it would be really helpful if you could
yeah,
add another like.
yeah, that helps. Anything that you do on this channel with liking and commenting actually helps YouTube know to send it to more people just like you. Hopefully, artists. I probably have a few haters watching me too, that are just like watching and going like, "I know who you are. I know
If
you're
you're
out
here, hit the dislike button. I want to
there."
know.
No, don't do that. Don't hit the like button, guys.
Okay, don't. I just want to
Yeah,
know. I just
yeah,
want to know.
yeah.
Maybe
Actually,
we could be
everything matters.
friends. We could be
Yeah,
friends.
we could be friends. We can have them on, have a conversation. Um, we may do some more of that in the future. This is episode 13, by the way. So there's 12 more of these that they've gotten better and better as we go. The first ones are really bad, and I think that is also a lesson, is that you have to start somewhere. When I started in my pixelated face and the sound was good and I was just like frustrated behind the scenes. Like I spent so many hours struggling where I wasn't drawing and I was just miserable. Right, Alicia? Like, yeah.
That's like the understatement of the century.
Yeah. I was very like, I can't do anything until I get this. I got to buy a new router or something, run a new wire. I don't know. Like, it was really frustrating me. I'm like, I have all the technology. Why won't this crap work? Um, yeah, this is cool. For people that are interested in Opus too, if you want to try Opus, I think they're going to let me have a link or something that you can use. So it's going to be free for a while or something. So you can try this out on a YouTube channel. Um, Maybe in future episodes here or during the month of February, I'm going to get that link from them. I might have missed it. They might have sent it to me. Opus team, I know you're watching. So send me a link. Show me how to get my friends here into your program. So I really like the emoji rain here. This is how we should end every episode. Any other questions or answers? We haven't done the official Q&A. I just have Q. Well, I'm not a QAnon person. I actually had Q plus A. So if
What?
there's any other questions you might have, I can answer them now for a moment. Or if you'd like to see something in upcoming streams, we're hungry for the content ideas, guys. So whatever you might want to see more of, post in the comments. Let us know. So anything else? Let me scan through here. David Bletcher says, "Good reminder. Don't forget page." Oh, look at that. Their comments come up in the middle. Good reminder. Don't forget Patreon, Ko-fi, Drip. Yeah, there's all different types of ways that you can monetize your stuff. Vary up those income streams. Gary says, "Ecamm for live streaming. I haven't tried that. I've heard of that. You should also monetize your YouTube. I'd love to give a tip on these live streams. Gord, I am trying. We're gonna get over the 4,000 watch time. Or what is it? 4,000 watch time hours? Yeah, we'll be over the 4,000 watch time hours by the end of February. I guarantee that. I hope you get some kind of kickback. I don't know. Opus is letting me use this software for free right now, so that's cool. We'll see. Let's see. Tacos. Great. All right. Gord says more of dealing with the mindful of making art. The mindfulness? Mindfuls?
The mind bad word.
Oh, yeah. I like bad words. Making art and putting it out into the world. Yeah. It can be quite a process for sure. Let's see. Any other questions? I'm looking through. Yeah, so many platforms I can't keep up. That's another tip that I actually had was just pick one. Just pick one and lean into it. So if you're like Instagram's my jam, don't worry about TikTok. Don't worry about all this other stuff. Just make one your main gear to go to. Um, Brian Dunn says I watched the last podcast a few times, so
Thanks, Brian.
that should help your watch time. It does. Yeah, guys, just sit there and just push play and then like walk out of the room. No, don't do that. Don't do that either. Yeah, it's been definitely interesting times to figure this out myself. I've had a YouTube channel forever, and again, I feel like you there's a whole art to that. I've got a lot of friends in that game now. That have taught me some things. And I'm speaking to artists right now. I'm speaking to aspiring artists, professional artists, people that are stuck on every level of it can watch this and kind of get something out of it. That's who I want to watch this. If Aunt Julie comes in here and listens and she watches like 2 seconds of me yammering on, she's going to leave. And when she leaves, it tells YouTube like this guy's stuff. These people don't want to watch his stuff, so they don't serve it as much. So the more you guys watch, comment, and like the video, the better it is for the channel, and it helps the channel grow. So I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys watching and listening. I don't have any outro music on Opus yet. We're working with the Opus team to kind of add these features, so it's like the number one thing that I'm asking for right now. Valentine's Day
I
present.
want filters. I want face filters.
Like cartoon masks or something?
Maybe, I want to look like a bunny, and then you could look like a skull, or like they could just do the face smoothing thing, so I don't have to wear any makeup. That would be great.
Maybe. If you're like, you could be a llama.
We're losing them. They're saying goodnight. We gotta go.
I'm winding this down now, so I just wanted to see all the questions and stuff, so that's fine. Cool, guys. All right. Make sure you're on the drawordieclub.co. Join the mailing list. Watch the videos.
Drawordieclub.com.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
We don't have drawordieclub.co.
.co. But we do not have drawordieclub.co.
Okay. Did I say that?
It's confusing, y'all.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. This is the outro music.